It's all built up to this, in a way. Ever since we started this channel, I messaged Alex in the middle of while I was slacking off at work in the middle of COVID. I'm like, hey, do you want to start a YouTube channel? He was like, sure. I'm like, cool, let's start with horror movies. Let's figure out which horror movies to watch. We started off with the Nightmare on Elm Street series, which neither of us had watched. And now we had a few one-offs, and then we've gone to the Friday the 13th series, and now we're at the ending point where they're going to merge. This is kind of what the show has been building up to this whole time in a way. I mean, it's not been intentional.
No. Oh, God, no.
We got Freddy vs. Jason, and there's been no plan. It's like, wow, this kind of works out. I mean, it's kind of a good thing we decided not to watch Freddy vs. Jason after finishing the Nightmare on Elm Street series. We got Freddy vs. Jason 2003. It was a huge hit when it came out. It made like 120, 130 million, something like that worldwide. I checked earlier, which is more than either one of them could do on their own. It was directed by Ronnie Yu, who the only other thing he's notable for, he was a Hong Kong director who came to America. Before this, he did Bride of Chucky, which
that series back.
I thought it wasn't terrible. I mean, I remember seeing it when I was younger.
It holds up.
Robert Englund is the only one who's been through all of these. He's back again. New Jason, Kane Hodder's gone. Ken Kirzinger is now Jason, who, if you don't know, he was in Jason Takes Manhattan. He did two parts. When Jason walked into the bar and then the bouncer or the cooker came to get him, he grabbed the guy and threw him against the wall. Yeah. That guy is
the guy who was thrown?
Yeah, it's okay. He also was Kane Hodder's stunt double, so in the scene in the alley where he got ran over, where Jason was run over by the cab, that was that guy too. So he's already actually kind of played Jason once. This movie originally starred Brad Renfro. He originally got cast as the lead, but when he showed up, he was clearly not in a condition to perform.
Okay, drugged up,
drunk. I mean, they never say specifically, but yeah, basically he was under the influence of some substances, and they replaced him with Jason Ritter.
The Ritters.
The son of John Ritter, who this is one of his first roles. I don't know how this is going to kick off, because last time, I mean, if you're not counting New Nightmare's continuity, I mean, we saw Freddy get blown up at the end of part 6, I think, and Jason was in space. All right, 2003's Freddy vs. Jason. You know, I wouldn't have minded of seeing a movie with Robert Englund as pre-burn Freddy.
Yeah.
Like, just as a serial killer.
That would be very creepy.
These are the parents of every lead character in the series ever.
Justice into their own hands. You may get the blood, but I'll get the glory. And that fear.
Freddy's gonna use Jason as a weapon.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
That looks cool. I'd like to know how the fuck he stabbed through the tree. The tree was like 8 feet thick. She looks more like Freddy. Oh, the CGI has definitely stepped up.
Oh, babe. Tell you about kissing me after you smoked, huh?
This guy's gonna fucking die. He literally just shoved her across the room.
Babe, you make me ask you twice, okay? Fuck me, baby.
This guy's such an ass. Fuck me, baby.
Babe, you know I don't like to be touched that much, okay?
They're just trying to make this guy as unlikable as possible. I used to have kind of wool boxers like that. I wore them once for college in like 2 weeks straight.
Ugh.
No shit stains. He was the only one who didn't see this coming.
Oh! You kids need some assistance?
He was in a Scary Movie.
So, Lori, do you have a baby dick
Do I know
too?
who did this?
No.
I thought I heard.
My best friend was just killed, Dad. How about giving me some fucking space?
Jesus, Dad's head is a shield. You know what's crazy? Is the dad's death was suicide. The son drove his dad to that.
I need to know if she's okay.
Can't show that. They can listen to that.
What the hell was that for, man?
That's a fucking bro, man. I'd hope you'd be willing to do that for me.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to go to school today. You've just been through very traumatic.
Man, I would have did whatever I could for a day off of school. You kidding me?
Yeah.
She wants to go to school and her friend was killed the other day.
That's at least a week.
Yeah. Maybe they're locking the kids up that know about Freddy and giving the rest of them ecstasy.
Watch the movie.
I'll fucking watch them. I'm watching it.
What is it, Linderman?
If you need anybody to talk to, we'll make you some.
Whoa, Linderman. We don't have time for data dork right now.
I bet if he gave her a little bit of attention, she'd fuck him instantly.
There's gonna be a whole lot of love in there for you and my boy Troy.
No.
That guy owes Jason Mewes some money. Or this movie. This movie does.
I thought you might be in trouble, so.
I escaped from a mental institution.
The principal.
The principal. That's how you know they're kids.
Good to see you here. Can I get you something to drink?
Small opening.
You know what, Kia? Because you really hate yourself, which is kind of pathetic when you actually stop and think about it.
She's about to fuck his brains out.
Give me that cack.
Yeah. Give me that nerd dick.
Come on. Let's dance. Come on, Linderman, let's go.
Broke down my walls.
He's all smiling. What are you doing, you creepy fuck? It definitely reminds me of a higher budget version of the fourth one, where he's chasing not Patricia Arquette through the boiler room. Half the fucking Freddy series is set in a boiler room.
Yeah.
The only thing to fear is fear himself.
I always like that quote.
What a creepy fucking scene. She's fighting Freddy in her dreams while getting possibly raped in like the real world. Where the fuck is Jason to save her? Jesus, Jason is her protector.
Kind of.
I mean, he also killed her.
She's mine! Mine! Why don't you go find yourself a pig to fuck? Son of a bitch.
Whoever did this, I hope they got fucking paid. That's our standing a nice line for me.
Dude, that goalie was pissed about something.
We need to find a...
Jason Mewes should have sued the fuck out of this production. I can't. That is fucking. That is a clear rip off of a character.
Straight up copyright.
Yeah.
And it's nice of them to pick up the stoner guy.
It's like we need some more bodies for the third act.
Because I saw your dad kill your mom.
Look at the way he says it.
Kill your mom.
We gotta get to Mark. He's the expert in all of this.
Mark's gonna die now.
Oh, that's right. Everyone forgot.
That's the bully from A Christmas Story.
That's why I needed Jason.
That was the best character, man.
Jason is dead. Yeah, well, you better start thinking outside your little box, dude. Because somebody's definitely breaking the fucking reality rules, okay? How is that possible? Anything is possible now. God, you just don't get it.
Who the fuck is this guy? You just don't get it, man. I'm not even sure what the fuck his name is yet.
It's not Jay.
I'll be Freddy.
I'm disappointed in you, Jason.
Is this the showdown now?
It's time to put this bad dog to sleep.
This is what we all paid for.
For good!
I feel like Freddy's gotta have the advantage in a dream setting. Remember all the dreams in the original series where Freddy would get the shit kicked out of him by everybody?
Yep.
And now all of a sudden he's smacking Jason around. What is he, too stupid to go around the water?
I got maybe one dose.
They're driving him to Crystal Lake.
Oh, we're almost there.
Turn out they've been on the road for 28 hours or some shit.
They're in Elm Street, Ohio, going to New Jersey.
Yeah.
Crystal Lake. America will stop you.
Ooh.
Die, little bitch.
Sir, that rotted off years ago.
Get out of here, go get help.
But you...
Just go.
Oh, come on, he died. He died knowing she was into him, but which is what I was saying all along. That death hits me hard, man.
What kind of runs around in a Christmas Christmas sweater.
I like how Jason waited for the setup.
Yeah. The man's an artist. I'm glad they're just battling over and over again.
Up here!
This really hurts.
I know what all my victims feel like now. You know what's funny is these guys are basically battling to get their first win. They always lose in their own movies. It's a goddamn bloodbath. I love it.
Oh! Oof! Oh, kidney punch.
He punched him in the kidney. Or Will or whatever staring at. Damn! Just ripped his fucking arm off. This feels like poetry. Blood poetry.
Eh?
I'm guessing that's not Robert Englund. I think Jason just ripped his fucking arm off.
Yeah, he didn't grow back.
And he shoves the arm through his chest. And he's like, alright, I'm done.
I'm out.
What the fuck? This is my hands? God damn it. Don't you make a joke, bitch.
That's my job.
Welcome to my world, bitch!
That still looks pretty good for practical. Jason's like, I just stayed above water, make sure you got the job done.
Good job.
Now I'm going down. I gotta save my energy for space.
Yeah.
He's gonna skull fuck Freddy. Left his mouth open.
Freddy knows what's gonna happen to him.
I fucking loved it. It's great. Fucking so much fun to have watching that movie. It's probably one of my favorite out of all of them.
Let's go with plot. Plot.
Plot was clever. You don't have to contrive it too much to get them together. They came with this good idea of Freddy bringing Jason back, which it feels like they kind of borrowed from that original Peter Jackson idea for Nightmare on Elm Street 6, but use Jason to make people afraid of him, so he can like get more power. Their fight kind of reminded me of a pro wrestling match.
Yeah.
Because Freddy's like the heel.
Yeah.
And Jason is
the face.
The baby face, or just the lesser heel, the tweener heel. And Freddy's kind of controlling most of it, but Jason gets these big comebacks where he like fucks Freddy up. And just keep going back and forth.
He's throwing Freddy's throwing elbow drops and crap.
Yeah. And every time Jason starts to get a moment, and Freddy cuts him off. It was like watching a wrestling match, and I loved it. I love that they fought for like the last 25 minutes of the movie. They didn't convolute the story too much with their backstory. They put in just enough that you needed, like Hypnosil from the
third one,
the third, and maybe the fourth.
Third,
just the third. Okay, Hypnosil from that one. You got some flashbacks to Camp Crystal Lake and Jason dying.
It knows the audience knows.
The one thing I thought would have been a good callback that they didn't do was at the beginning when Jason kills the woman by ramming her into the tree with the machete and she starts forming into his other victims. They should have done brought back some cast members from the old movies. Like, had to be, I don't know, Shelley is one of them. Or some. I mean, I don't know if you can get Crispin Glover. I mean,
he's too big. His cock's too big now.
But
can't afford him.
Like, there's got to be a few people who can just get just really easily.
Okay, acting.
I thought the acting was all pretty great. I mean, Robert Englund in a way carries the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
honest.
Especially because he's one of the two main characters who's title characters, but he's the only one who can talk.
Yeah.
And Kirzinger, I looked up his name and how to say it. He was Jason. I thought, honestly, he's one of my favorite Jasons. I thought it was like the best portrayal, and kind of like, he's just kind of stoic, like almost like a Terminator. Jason Voorhees was okay. It was one of his early roles. You can tell he's kind of less seasoned than the rest of the cast in some moments, but he was good enough. I mean, he kind of starts. I feel like he starts off as the lead, but he kind of fades to number two as the movie goes on.
Fades into the background.
During the entire final battle, he's just kind of there, he's just kind of following Laurie around. Like, he doesn't really do much at that point. And she's like the real main character, which I thought she was good. She was fucking gorgeous. Jason Mewes, I hope he got a nice settlement from this. He was probably the weakest performance, I'd say. Not Jason Mewes guy. I mean, he's just kind of there. It's like literally there he's literally there because they need a body. They need someone for Jason to cut in half who's not that important to the story at that point. Who was your favorite character?
Favorite character?
It can be anyone. Because mine was Mark.
Mark?
Mine was Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mark because he knew what he's doing. He was insane and he showed his ass.
Worst character?
I'm gonna.
I mean, I said not Jason Mewes. I don't even.
Yeah.
Freebird, I think his name was.
Yeah, Freebird. He can die. Don't care. He just showed up. Like we're not even your friend, guy. Why are you here? And Dick boyfriend in the beginning.
Oh, I forgot all about him. Yes. You know what? Forget about Linderman. It's the guy from the beginning is my least favorite character. Like that's the one of the few times I've cheered for a death and I'm like just like, yeah, get him, get him, Jason. Fucking desecrate the body. Break him in half. Fuck that guy. That guy was written like
to die,
to be an asshole. Like you want to make him they made him as unlikable as possible.
To perfection.
Favorite line.
Favorite line? There's nothing to fear but fear himself. Now, I thought it was a great flipping line in this movie.
Okay.
That Freddy gave before his kill got stolen.
All right. Mine is a comedy line from Mark. He goes, he's talking to the mentally disabled guy in the asylum. He goes, listen.
How many times do I have to tell you, man? I don't do checkers. I'm an Uno guy, all right? So go grab the fucking Uno deck and we'll play, okay?
I don't know why, but that just tickled me.
You say shit like that.
Worst line.
Lori's last line.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Yeah, it just felt. Whenever they try to have someone say a line that Freddy would say, this sounds so contrived and forced.
What was my worst line? I'm sure it's something that Will said. The part where he's in the van where he's telling her he saw her dad kill her mom. He's like, I saw your mom kill your dad.
Yeah, you noticed that too?
The second most important question that we're going to have, who do you think won?
I'm going to give it to Jason.
Okay. I think it's set in a way where neither really you can fans of either one can kind of go, it's intentionally set so like fans of either one can go like, oh yeah, they both kind of won. Jason kind of like wins, like he kind of wins the fight at the end, but you get that like the ending thing where Freddy blinks, like is he like, he's not I don't think he's in control, but he's not completely done yet.
For scariness, spooks, shit like that, I'm gonna give it a 2 because it's not scary at all. But enjoyment, it's up there with part 4. I'm gonna give it an 8. The only thing stopping it from getting any higher was this not really giving a conclusive ending.
I feel like the biggest ranking I've given this series so far is a 9. I think I gave either the final chapter either a 9.5 or a 9. I can't remember.
It was a 9.
I think I'm gonna give this also a 9 out of 10. This is easily my. I might have given New Nightmare a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, New Nightmare got a 10.
Okay, so this is if I were to make like a list of my favorite 3 movies this series, it'd be New Nightmare, Friday the 13th Part 4, and this. I got no complaints. I love this. Yeah, Friday the 13th. The remake is the last one until the next one eventually comes out. We haven't talked about that there's going to be a Crystal Lake TV show.
Yes, there will.
And we're not going to talk about it now.
I haven't seen it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the next one.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up. But it's done by Brian Fuller, who did Hannibal, which was great.
This Men vs. Movie presenting Freddy vs. Jason. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Matt, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I got something really important to say. I just think we should just